So how you feeling? Unsure?
As you know, you're not putting in the miles. You don't feel too chipper and perky, you know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I guess we'll know how we're feeling down the road.
Yeah. No, we'll be right.
Leg warmers or not?
What's that?
Leg warmers on or off?
Mate, I reckon just stay as warm as you can.
It's right on the edge, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I might just leave them on.
Yeah, just leave it all on.
Yeah.
Leave it all on. You'll be right.
Yeah.
Then we'll ride back together. See you, buddy.
See you, man.
Yeah. It's like this curse coming over me. I'm rising uncontrollably. My style so refreshing, call it Coca-Cola poetry. I began to motion y'all to replicate the past. No point starting from the bottom if you ain't gon' kick some ass. Catastrophic romance, 3-minute slow dance. Throw it out the window, ice cold like them snowman. Are you a
No fat program, mate.
You're on the no fat program. Are
I'm
you?
going to start climbing hills.
So you haven't been eating fat?
Trying not to, no.
Yeah, good. Good. You look leaner than I've ever seen you.
We're going to get back to my race weight.
Yeah. No, it's good, mate. You're going to have a good season this year. Summer crits.
Pass some gangsters, pass some lyrical, political, spiritual. All I know that it's 10 for the struggling, 10 for the fight. Now it's time to pay the punishment. Just right before I hit the floor, 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 I hit the floor.
G'day, Mark from Cycling Maven here. So just a short video this time. I just thought I'd cut this one right down from 20-30 minutes down to just under 10 minutes. This is the Melbourne of Ballarat 2015. I'm rolling here with the 10-minute group. You can see it was a fairly flat course to start off with. A bit of a tailwind for the first 25 k's, and then all of a sudden it hits a really steep, long climb and pretty much climbs all the way up to the finish. 75 kilometres in total distance. Tough day on the bike, particularly for me. I averaged 36k an hour for the whole trip, but I can assure you I was out the arse for most of that. So it was still a fast race. We had a bit of a tailwind. But look, this wouldn't be a Maven video without some tips. Here we've got this guy here, should be yelling out to Nick behind me, yep, it's your turn. And so just Nick should yell out to me now just to let me know that I'm the last guy in the line. And then likewise Chris there in the Phoenix Racing gear, I just yell out to him and so on. And then Chris should just yell out to this guy in the green kit and just let him know, hey bro, you're the last. I've probably overdone the arrows and stuff here, but just a bit of fun with editing. And so on and so forth. So if you don't let the guy know at the back he's the last in line, then it just creates a bit of a gap, you know, and then the poor bugger has to chase and close that gap down. And these handicap races are all about looking after each other. You know, you want your group to be successful, you want your group to stay away, and you've got to look after your mates. You just got to let them know, hey bro, you're last in line. Just a simple yo, yay, hey, whatever. So here we're coming to the front. Now this is probably the most important bit. You can see the gaps open up there on the left. It's generally from the guy who hits the front going a little bit too hard. You should sort of, as you come to the front, keep the pace constant, but don't push too hard on the pedals. Here as I come over Nick, I'm just going to ease up on the power nice and slowly and very slowly merge over to the left. You can see Chris here as he comes through. He's a strong guy, so he's pushed on the pedals hard and he's opened up a little bit of a gap. And that just creates a little bit of a problem for me because then I've got to close that gap. And if that's happening every time you roll through, then it sort of makes it a little bit difficult for the guy who has to close the gap. So just a little tip there. You can see Chris has just backed off on the power now and he's come back to my wheel, but generally you want to avoid that gap. So and look, here we are a little bit further down the track. There's the boys there coming up that hill now. So we're roughly 35 k's into the race, just coming over the top of the hill. Here's the crew. This is actually my group with the group behind me, and I'm about a kilometre behind this because I got dropped on that climb. As we come over the top of the hill, mate of mine from the local racing scene, Thor here, very good bike rider in his own right, but a big guy like me, struggles to get over the hills. So this is the group behind us. I think this is the 5-minute group catching Thor and I now. And I've just jumped across onto the back of him. You can see I was going from 28 kilometres an hour there, stepped up to 34. We're up a 4% gradient. So, as I said, we're climbing pretty much all the way to the finish here. And you can see for me doing 30 k's an hour, it's just too hard. You can see I've let this guy in on the left, number 32. You know, it's their race now. I'm out the arse of my group. It's a climb all the way to the finish. So I think that's Sam Evans. But I'm out the arse. Chris Tassel coming in here from Warragul. So it is the 5-minute group, and you know, I don't want to get in their way. So that's the whole point of me just letting these boys in front. You know, I'm just trying to hang on here. You can see here I'm just hanging on to the back, number 39. So that's Luke Jones from Phoenix. I'm just hanging onto the back here. We're going up a slight incline, trying to just get to the finish basically. And if you look at my heart rate on the top left there, it's 182 beats a minute. My max heart rate is 183 beats a minute. So I am absolutely suffering here just trying to hang on to these guys. They are flying. They're doing 35 kilometres an hour up a hill. And I'm absolutely in the red zone at my max heart rate. You know, you just can't physically keep that up. So you can see here I've just got spat out the arse. Really quite a frustrating experience. And within a few kilometres, Scratch picked me up. So this is Scratch now combined with the first Scratch, or the 3 minutes chopping block. So they've shed a few guys here. I mean, this group were absolutely flying, and I think they started with 15 riders, and the chopping block group started with similar amount of riders, 13 riders, but there isn't 27 riders here. This is the last of the back of the group now, so there's only about 15 riders left in the Scratch group, and they're not messing around. They were absolutely flying. So we were, you know, I was cruising along at 28k an hour there at one stage, and now we're back up to 53. So handicap races, they're awesome. They really do involve people. You can see I get spat out of my group, and then I can sort of jump on the back of the other groups. But you tend not to stay. You know, the further you go back through the groups, the faster the groups get. So you tend to cling on, and it's a bit of a fruitless effort. But nonetheless, good day out. Quite cold day on the bike. Luke Stork from the 21-minute group, he ended up winning the race. Congratulations to him. He's a Footscray boy. I'm a Footscray boy, so that was a great result for the Footscray Cycling Club. And we ended up finishing at Cryal Castle, which I never actually went into, but this is the crew here just getting changed before the big ride back. Jason Nevins there. And so I'm not sure if that's a real castle or not, but yeah, Sam Crow from Scratch ended up getting the fastest time. Congratulations, Sam. And that's a wrap. So yeah, short movie today. Subscribe and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.